such, besides them going to Woolworths and far sent to sisters. This was also one of the reasons why I was like, you know what, let me be that helping hand that will actually help the woman or those sisters who's struggling with health or who's struggling with where to find these things. Let me bring it closer. That's what also sparked that.
Nice, yeah. And like information around this, how the uses, what to connect with what, where were you?
So as a kid, Gogo really took me, I don't even say took me under her wing. In fact, I shadowed my grandmother.
Yeah.
I stayed close to her. Because then she went to the veld. It wasn't empty, which was actually this comfrey. This is a self-healing herb. So I got burned from the porridge that my grandmother was making while I was still very young. It burned so bad, but then my grandmother was able to know what to use, and she applied this herb on my foot, both my feet. Then the pain went away instantly. And then over a few days to a week, the wound started to heal. So that's what this is what you use when this is happening. Then that's what made me want to choose and stay closer to it. So ever since then, grew up in a farming area, and that's how it sparked my interest of herbs and plants. Then I continued to get my school, did agricultural studies. After venturing into the arts, I did a little short course on permaculture and horticulture, understanding the means of weather patterns and planting seasons and whatnot. So that's also sparked the interest actually, and all of the information that I know today.
What would you say to someone who's like got a natural inclination for things and supporting it through like professional education? Like how's that been for you, since you had like the knowledge foundational from grams, and then now you went into scale to actually add on to that?
Yeah, I think for me it aligns with the purpose. Yeah, if you actually attune yourself to the sound of truth, your purpose will find you. Because at the end of the day, whatever is done with true passion and true purpose, then the end results will basically show for itself. So if you're doing something like this out of sheer passion and love, and like me doing it out of sheer passion to serve and to also heal the world one herb at a time, I guess that's where the rest comes itself. I'm not doing this out of mere monetizing or profit generation. No, I'm doing this because I know I'm actually able to heal a person who comes and needs and gets what they need, or that exchange after they walk away from a conversation we have, even though abatenganga, but they still walk away feeling a little bit elevated, feeling a little bit inspired to bring their best, to be their best. That's good enough for me. So hence for me, if one gets to understand that aspect of that, when you do something, if it's pure-hearted, good intended, then everything else should be covered.
Everything else, yeah. Nice, I love that, man. Talking about everything else, yeah. I see you've got a camera in hand as well.
Yeah.
Like, come on, your hands. Are you really using your hands?
Yeah, literally. So majored as a filmmaker, so photography was my main art form. This actually, I started this because I saw the gap and the need of the health concern in our society. That's why early 2019, towards COVID, I started it. So it was actually out of a means to say, what can I do to help society? That's what this became. But this has always been my first love. Storytelling, short stories, documentaries, street photography, documenting the current affairs. That is my actual focus and my what drives my expression, my art. So this was the first art form. It still is. So right now, predominantly I'm using it message of what I'm doing. So through short stories, videos, photos, catalogs, and also films, and then podcasting as well. This is what I do.
Oh yeah, so
Professionally.
I love that. So if we tap into this, we'll just get into your rabbit hole.
100%.
Yeah.
And also, I feel like because this is part of IKS, which stands for Indigenous Knowledge System, so the documenting part is what will help IKS reach people that it needs to reach. Even though we're not physically meeting, but through them watching this interview or through them listening, they get to pick up little gems through what they've just heard and through what I've just explained, which is what actually prolongs our IKS, our Indigenous Knowledge System.
And I love that because it's almost like there's an inclination in your heart to express something, to help, to document as well. How do you make sense out of that even, that inclination?
Yeah, I think there is actually a driving force behind that. Yeah, like it's a higher powers, even if it's like that is behind such a inclination to be really driven to help, to be really driven to research and develop, processes or finding sources that will be able to help better our society, better our lives, or better humanity, man. I think that's what inclines me to even feel more willing to do that. So I think it's not even about me personally, it's bigger than me. Hence I'm saying maybe it's a power above me that is actually driving me to keep doing it. And then obviously keeping close to my circles, people that I relate to, like-minded individuals. They also help me keep going, sharpen me. So this is my business colleague, Hoto. We've been working with each other for quite a number of years. So I just wanted him to also be more visible in the business running of things. He's always been behind the scenes. So I was just like, no, bro, you also need to be in the forefront. You also actually get to do a lot more if we are together. Instead of me always being the one representing. You know what I mean?
How's that like empowered you to actually let go of something that's so close to your heart?
Yeah, it empowers me very much because it shows me that if I'm willing to let go of such an important thing that means a lot to me, it means that the end goal, the end result is much more sustainable, which is what the vision was, which is what the aim, the means is. That if something is more sustainable, not only for me, but for the next, and then that's even more like a dream come true. If I'm able to pass this baton, he runs with it and he does that to the next, that's, you know what I mean? That's a circular economy that has been secured, safeguarded, and now we need to keep it sustained and keep it going. That's basically what I always pray for every day.
Love that, and I think it's quite interesting that, you have to first take care of yourself, with the moringas and all of that, make sure your health is in check, so, and especially as an artist where you're working off of a clean canvas and you're creating something from scratch, how have you organized your internal works, like your mind, your heart, to actually align with?
How have I? Basically, I'm always a sponge. I'm a seeker for knowledge. That's why I went out before I brought it to the masses. Made sure I researched thoroughly, developed my processes, developed what it is I want to bring out, and then also learning from other like-minded individuals, grasping my creative heritage, understanding that it has a purpose to give out there to the world. So how can I hone in on it, sharpen it, and make sure I present it accordingly? So I'm very grateful about that in myself, that I always love to express myself in the most in the most truest, tangible way, which is what I really love about myself. My creativity is what makes me free. So I love to express myself freely. Even my friends would attest to that. I don't really like hiding or pretending. I may be a little bit shy at times, but I'm very direct. So I guess I keep it real. Keep it real to the T. That's what has been. That's what has allowed me to come this far, and also find the realness in other people to make sure that we all consolidate and run together.
I love that.
Keeping it real is what I love. That's why I love realness. Respect people who bring realness. And that's what makes me even bring my best all the time.
Sure. And just because the man is busy, I love that. You've got to create, you've got to interact, man.
Yes, sir.
Just one last word about someone, because one thing that's been super interesting for me is that I've had to find a reference in books sometimes, of hey, actually this thing exists, there's a word for this and whatever, and I've had to grapple with the thoughts alone, and I love that you've actually grappled even harder, and that has come through with the results it's come with. What would you tell someone who's got that inclination as well and wants to come out and be seen and let their ideas be seen as well? What can you share around that?
Yeah, like at the end of the day, solitude never really helps if you don't want to step out of that bubble, out of that comfort zone, out of that box. So the solitudeness will not really be of benefit to you if you want to stay there. You know what I mean? So I never really like isolating myself. You know what I mean? So I think that's one key factor of why I always need to be, because at the end of the day, people will be people, but we all still need each other to be the human beings we are. So you can't really isolate yourself forever. You still need to show people who you are or what you can bring to the table so that they can either accept it, acknowledge it, or reject it. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'll try to say that again. You can never really isolate yourself from people, because whatever you do, how you think or how you feel, you still need to present it to people so that they can either accept it, receive it, or reject it. Then that's how you can determine who you are. We never really get to experience ourselves through ourselves, but we only get to experience ourselves through other people. So, Mabakbon, you're the person who shows up, participates, puts in an effort. That's how you become a little bit more in tune with yourself and align with your purpose, align with your mission in life. If you're able to also participate, be willing, not saying go everywhere, do everything, but the willingness to just be a listener, or the willingness to be a researcher, the willingness to be a reader, the willingness to be a participant. That's what can actually help us progress or help you progress. So that's basically my 2 cents.
I love that. And man, you've got like so many things that you've been dealing with and doing and creating. Like, what are you building right now? What's next? What's your vision?
Super dope, man. In the pipeline right now, the website is fully coming through development, and then on that regard, an app for this is also coming. And then also in general, man, catch quite a lot of my docus being released. Towards the end of this year, I'm releasing a short film, which I've been doing over the years. I won't spill the beans right now, but just watch the space. I'm actually trying to enter myself into the film festivals so that this project can actually reach the eyes and ears that it needs to reach. But yeah, man, quite a lot working. I'm also focused on incorporating workshops to, educate more people, also the youth especially. Happy Youth Day, by the way, to the youth out there. But yeah, man, youth, please be focused more on things that matter, things with substance, so like this or anything that has a true means of expression. Don't go around for mediocre, don't follow mediocrity or too much of the same things. Be unique. Your uniqueness is what will actually make the world ever changing and ever going on. Don't bring too much of the same thing. Be unique. That's it. You feel me? Yeah, man, blessed. This was Garvy, aka Sigma. Watch the graffiti, I'm there. Watch the scenes, I'm there. The health, I'm there. The music, I'm there. You feel me?
Yeah. Okay, wow. This is too big to come to any events.
It's the multidisciplinary, that's I think, not jacking everything, man, but mastering what I love, mastering what I can do. That's what I think makes me feel even more happy to do what I do. Be able to master this, be able to master. So it's also part of mastering self. Self-mastery. That's what will allow you and enable you to attract or repel what you don't need and what you need.
That's the beauty of truth, you know, it fills you up. Nah, I see.
Yes, man.
Let's do it. Appreciate your time. This is more, there's plenty of us.
So Nina,